Most of us, we sort it out by cruelly pounding on the other person's thoughts. Either you do that, or you argue with the other person so that you could find and make your own thought true and correct. But whichever way you're doing, you are doing it wrongly. Why? Because thought A and thought A minus is not in any way unequal. They are both equivalent. So trying to prove your own thought better than the other person's thought is stupid. Trying to say that my religion is better than your religion is, you have to say the word yourself. The point I'm trying to stress therefore is the solution is not the pounding of another person's thought. The solution is sacrifice. Because we are just simply one field. There is only one singularity. And because of energy transactions, when light meets with light, there is anti-polarities all over. We have just simply to sacrifice, to return these anti-matter and matter back to their singularity. And where is singularity? Me. I've always stated that the one true observer within ourselves, which is the I am, is eternal. But is there scientific evidence to this effect? There is. Now see this video which I clipped from YouTube.
One of the most enduring ideas in all the universe is that everything that exists now will someday come to an end. The stars, galaxies, and even the black holes that occupy the space in our universe will all someday burn out, fade away, and otherwise decay, leaving what we call a heat death. But perhaps there are exceptions to this general rule, and some things will truly live on forever. One such thing is the photon. All of the electromagnetic radiation that exists in the universe is made up of photons, and photons, as far as we can tell, have an infinite lifetime. Does that mean that light will truly live forever? It's not necessarily an easy question to answer.
If you're not eloquent in science, I need to give a little explanation here. Now, a photon is a particle of light. It's a scientific term in quantum physics to describe the idea that light is quantized, meaning that light acts like as though there were many, many particles. A photon is a particle of light. That's what I want to say. The second idea I want to tell you is that, as I have described in many of my videos, identities in space-time have got a birth and a death. You came into this world with an idea of your own self, and you developed that idea very strongly in your latter years. But all these ideas of yourself, they will not continue to exist after some time. They're not infinite. It has got a duration of time, and it only exists while you're still on planet Earth, so to speak. But there is a true observer within ourselves, the true one light. It's important that we get to the true one light, for that true one light is timeless. Timeless means eternity. And you will notice from the clip which I've just presented that there's only one enduring substance in the universe, a substance that is eternal, and that is a photon. That's right, a particle of light, the one true observer within each and every one of us. That is eternal. It's proven or evidence in science itself.
If photons were unstable, we would expect a significant portion of this light to have decayed during its journey. However, observations match predictions assuming photon stability. Scientists have conducted precise measurements of photon properties in controlled settings. No evidence of photon decay has been observed in these experiments.
So it's very clear that photon of light is most enduring indeed. But why photon? Why light is described as a photon? Because as I mentioned earlier, it is a quantity or a quantized value or particle of light. You see, we are all living in a sea of light. I call it sea because we are all connected in some way or another. But mysteriously, light can be quantized, meaning that some kind of individuality takes place, so that there's one particle of light called you, and there's another particle of light called you, whatever it is. So it apparently appears that light seems to be separable, so-called, in a quantized form. But actually, we all lived in a field, a quantum field, where everything is simply just one. I just want to emphasize that we are all quantized particle of light. We exist as individuals in a quantum field.
One of the most fascinating aspects of photons is their ability, under certain circumstances, to transform into other particles. This process, known as transmutation, this process is governed by the laws of quantum mechanics and is subject to various conservation principles, including the conservation of energy, momentum, and charge. The most common forms of photon transmutation involve the creation of particle-antiparticle pairs. One of the most well-known examples of photon transmutation is pair production. In this process, a high-energy photon can spontaneously convert into an electron-positron pair when it interacts with the electric field.
Religious people have a tendency to throw away science. I call that stupid, because science is evidence, verifiable evidence that we, human beings, have tried our best to discover through our research and through our mathematics. Science is really worth discovering and understanding by yourself. Religion, you can throw it away if you wish to, because it is truly a make-believe faith that doesn't really have got any viable facts. But religion has got some kind of padding for you. You feel good with religion because it tells you that somebody loves you. It tells you you're on the way to Buddhahood. It tells you that you are somebody. And even if you feel yourself nobody, at least it tells you that you're somebody and you feel good. But I'm trying to stress out one thing, very important, and that is a fact. Yes, it's an evidence in science itself that the true one observer within you is eternal. And you have to get to the true one, eternal. Secondly, I'm trying to tell that it's a fact that we live in a sea of light, but yet it is quantized, meaning that a certain amount of individuality appears. And because of that, you feel that I'm here, and you feel that you are there. But actually, we are all living into a one field, a one quantum field. And this one quantum field, you can call God. That's right, yeah. But then you are telling me, how about love? Well, because you are in a one quantum field, aren't you loved? Your love is as best as you understood when you love someone else. That's right. If you don't like someone else, you don't love yourself. If you cannot forgive yourself, you cannot forgive another person. If you cannot forgive another person, don't talk of yourself being forgiven. Nobody is ever going to forgive you because you're living in a field and it's a shared field. Your action matters a lot. Your action which you bring out to the universe will return back to you from the universe to yourself. And it's not like you are going to give it to someone and someone give it to you. No, it's not that. Although you are quantized, but it's just one singular field. Remember this. It is a singularity. We are all in God. We are all God. But science have discovered something very important about light. You just hear it in that clip. You see, when light interacts with light, what happens? Suddenly particles are being formed out of their energy transaction. No, you have a matter and then you have an antimatter. And that's what's happening to our world. We have dual polarities. And because of these dual polarities, you're finding yourself in a world of conflicts. When you have a thought A, you will discover somebody else will come to you and give you a thought A minus. That's a fact. That's a fact. So how do we sort out this thought conflict? Most of us, we sort it out by cruelly pounding on the other person's thoughts. Either you do that, or you argue with the other person so that you could find and make your own thought true and correct. But whichever way you're doing, you are doing it wrongly. Why? Because thought A and thought A minus is not in any way unequal. They are both equivalent. So trying to prove your own thought better than the other person's thought is stupid. Trying to say that my religion is better than your religion is, you have to say the word yourself. The point I'm trying to stress therefore is the solution is not the pounding of another person's thought. The solution is sacrifice. Because we are just simply one field. There is only one singularity. And because of energy transactions, when light meets with light, there is anti-polarities all over. We have just simply to sacrifice, to return these antimatter and matter back to their singularity. And where is singularity? Me. And some people have got funny ideas. They say that because thoughts are always in an argument, they're kind of illusion, so throw them away. That action is also not correct. You can't throw thoughts away. Why? Because thoughts is actually particles. Because thoughts are real. They came from the light source as a result of an energy transaction. You don't throw something that is real. You have to return thoughts and anti-thoughts, matter and antimatter back to their one true source. And how do you return them? Me. Now that's tough to write. A lot of people, when they hear the word me, they think it's self. It's nothing to do with self. There's that one true observer that's within me. When I shine that one true observer to thoughts and anti-thought, you know what happens? They dissolve back to the one true source. And that's what I do. When I observe my thoughts from my one true observer, these thoughts turn breath. And I myself become breath. And this is I am that I am. Now you don't have to be puzzled by what I've just said. You see, I've created many videos and it's still continuing every day. Okay? And my videos are created ad hoc. So I don't have a complete solution for you just in one video. You have to observe all the videos and connect them using intelligence and wisdom. Yes, but I'm sincere and I hope that you come in with me and share with me the secrets of my life. That's right. I do not have to dress up in order to speak to you on my video. I don't want to do that. It's very difficult. Keep on dressing up, undressing, dressing up. Wow. I just remain as I am, speaking to you the greatest truth of all, which I have learned in my life. Allow me to share with you my journey to the soul.